In this video, we're going to be planning Elden Ring Nightreign. This is basically a roguelike Souls game. There's a multiplayer. You can play with 2 other players. You can play with your friends or anything. And there are over 8 Night Lord bosses, which is just the final boss of the game. There are also multiple characters you can play with any build you like. You know, you can be an archer, strength build, dex build if you like parrying. And there are 37 achievements in the game, which is not that bad. And not gonna lie, it was pretty easy. So yeah, let's just get straight in the video. I also forgot to mention, but I was playing with a friend who's never played a Souls game in his life, so we were probably cooked. I knew it was going to be even harder for me, but this was me finding the first boss. I'm not going to lie, I knew I was going to die. You know, that's how Elden Ring works in Souls games. You never beat the first boss. I died, bro. After that, I got my first achievement, and on our first run, we died right away. I was literally level 2. There's nothing I could do. I can't, bro. I don't know how you expect me to do that. And after that, I got my second achievement, unlocking a relic. Then on my second run, we died again. We didn't even make it to the first boss. I was actually level 1. I don't think we knew how to level up, so now I'm gonna search up how to level up. On our third run, at least we knew how to level up. We reached level 8, but we still died right away. On my fourth one, we reached the second final boss, which got me my third achievement in the game, which is killing 10 bosses in 1 run. After that, we went against the final boss for this run, which is Tricephalos, which is a 3-headed wolf boss. During this run, I didn't know his weakness was holy damage, and I literally had a bleed build that did no weakness to him, but it was still fine, so yeah. The most annoying thing about this boss that can turn into it can split into 3 different wolves, which was so annoying. I kept dying like crazy, like right now. It was just so annoying. I forgot to say, one of Executioner's abilities is to turn into a wolf too, which is a crazy amount of damage, which really helped a lot throughout the run. Oh, thank God. Looking back at this, I'm just seeing how rusty and trash I am. Like, this is just a hard watch. I just kept getting hit like crazy. I'm so lucky I had good teammates. Again, fucking hot dog. Like that. After defeating him, I got my 4th achievement, which is just defeating the first boss. After that, I got a cutscene as when this girl is actually Duchess, which is another character we unlock, and she's pretty good.
Lives.
And after the cutscene, I got 2 achievements, which is a total of 6 achievements out of my 37. And after defeating a boss, I got my 7th achievement. We gained maximum amount of flask. After defeating the 2 bosses with Iron Eye, we reached to the second boss, Baron of the Night. I'm not gonna lie, this boss was destroying my computer, but Iron Eye Loki is my favorite Night Farer. It's just so easy to use, especially with his passive. If you hit him with it, you do 10% more damage with the arrows, which does insane amount of damage, and now I know why people really love this character. Also, his ultimate is super OP. It does a crazy amount of damage. And again, I literally had the wrong type of incantation or whatever. I had the wrong weakness for this boss. I think the Baron's weak to poison. I was using fire, but I mean, it was still easy. Both of us for Iron Eye, and we just both destroyed this dude. So yeah, you can watch the gameplay. After getting him, I got an achievement. I got another achievement for using these relic bowls for certain Night Farers. Then after a very easy run, we reached the 3rd boss, Pest, and I was using Wilder for him. And Pest is weak to fire, I believe. And I don't even know if I had the right weapon for this dude. But not gonna lie, it was a very easy boss. It's like there's like 2 of them. There's like a dude or some butterfly on top that's supposed to heal him and just make him stronger. But it was just super easy. I'm not gonna lie, super easy. But overall, this boss was pretty boring. I mean, like, just look how it moves, bro. Like, it just gets boring. I'm not gonna lie to you. After defeating him, I get my 10th achievement, defeating Senna's Best, one of the worst bosses in the game, or the worst boss. After that, I went against the 4th boss, Augur. I was using Guardian for this boss, and its weakness is lightning. Basically, all it does is fly around, but also when I was using Guardian, I was using him so wrong. I was not using the shield at all. I was just hacking and slashing with my sword. But yeah, this boss is pretty easy. I still think this boss is better. I like the theme song so much better. The boss fight was way better than what's it called? That's Senna's Best. The thing about this boss, the most annoying thing about it was it can do this, like throw some water and it'll give you some sleep and spawn some random stuff. But that's really all. I mean, the rest was kind of easy. Yeah, after finding this boss, finally got my 11th achievement. This boss is pretty easy. I think it's not one of my favorites, but yeah, there it is. Yeah, 11th. The achievement is right there. Yeah. After killing the boss, I got a cutscene. Basically, after I defeated this boss, the final boss appeared, which was Night Aspect, and that gave me my 12th achievement. After that, my next boss was Darkdrift Knight, and I think for this run I was using Recluse, and we just died straight to Nameless King. This boss is so hard. Well, after that, I got my first legendary weapon using Raider. That was my 13th achievement. I guess I was wrong. I think I was finding the Equilibrious Beast using Raider, but for some reason I was actually making a deal with this dude. I should have never done this. Like, this was the worst decision ever, because it was so bad, and we got destroyed by this dude, like, badly. Raider is basically a really heavy character, like really big strength weapons, like colossal weapons, and his ultimate's pretty good. I mean, it's decent, and yeah, I just kept dying like crazy to him. And his passive is not his passive, but his, you know, small ability is just a punch, which is a good amount of damage. But yeah, we just kept dying to this dude, this Libra creature of night. Yeah, I think his weakness was lightning, but yeah, we just kept dying like crazy. It was really bad. And one of his abilities is that it just did crazy amount of madness, and like it was just so hard. I think this was like the hardest boss in the whole game. On my second run, I'll use Recluse, which is basically a mage, to fight the beast, or Equilibrious Beast. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably the worst one to use, because I just, like, it was just so hard to get. Like, I couldn't shoot because I just kept dying like crazy. I mean, look at this. Luckily, it has some really good teammates. This was probably his most annoying ability. It's just like this spread of madness he would do. But yeah, I just kept spamming this move, and I guess it was doing a little bit. No. Yeah, so I just kept dying like crazy here. Like, look, I died 3 times. But this Duchess is watching, bro. He clutched up, like he clutched up so good. No. Some damage. Goated. Oh, he's goated. He's the goat. And that gave me my 14th achievement. Thank God I had a good teammate, bro. Thank God. Then I got my next achievement for buying a skin. Then for my next achievement, I had to unlock a character. Her name is Revenant. Basically, she's like an arcane build who can like spawn stuff. This boss is, I kept dying like crazy, but yeah, I didn't get footage of me actually defeating the boss, but here I got the achievement right here. That's 16. For this run, I'm using Duchess. Basically, she's just a really swift character, very dodgy, but she has no health, but she's easy to dodge with, so that's good. But Fell almost spawned, and this is all out of like RNG, so I had to defeat him no matter what, so I can get the achievement. Actually, I should probably revive him. No. Oh no. Oh. I don't know what's so special about me. Oh, we did it though. Oh wait, complete failed moment. I got my 18th one for completing the oldest goal or whatever. Then while on my run, I got this power that makes me immune to rot, like Scarlet Rot, which is really helpful. I fought this boss again because my friend never actually finished beating it, so I went to help him. So this is a good time just to knock out some characters to get one of the hardest achievements in the game. And Duchess, I didn't explain her abilities, but her ultimate is to go invisible, and her side ability is she can just double up the damage she did before, like skipping time. For this boss, Dark Drift Knight, I was using Raider, you know, the heavy dude. This is one of my favorite Night Farers, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, this boss, Dark Drift Knight, had to be one of the hardest bosses in the game. I think the second hardest. He does not stop moving, like it's so hard to get a hit on him. And then it can grow this poison arm thing, or I think it does sleep. I'm not sure, but I mean, it wasn't really that big of a threat. I mean, you get hit by it, then I guess it does a lot of damage, but it's not that hard to get hit. But we died this run. Kind of expected it to happen, I'm not gonna lie. But on my next run, I got this achievement, gain the power of the mountains. Basically makes me immune to ice, or like, you know, frost buildup. This run I was fighting Tricephalos again because I guess my friend hasn't beat him either. Two of my friends, so I decided just to help them using Raiders. So this is another good way to knock out an achievement. Then finally, for my last Night Fair, I was using Revenant. I think that's his name, or her name. Basically the arcane build, dagger really fast. It can spawn stuff. Like, see, I have one of my little do with the hammer. But yeah, this character's not that bad. It just has no health. Its ability is pretty good. Its ultimate, its passive, basically just to spawn stuff. Really simple character. One thing I like about this game is the amount of characters like that are so different. Like I never used this ability even in regular Elden Ring, but yeah, Revenant is probably one of my favorite characters. I just wish he had more health, and that's really all. Just a great character to use. I love arcane builds. I never even used the arcane build in regular Elden Ring, but this made me really like them. I wish I had an arcane build in Elden Ring. I cannot lie. After defeating this boss with Revenant, I got a trophy for defeating a Night Lord with every character, which was the hardest achievement in the game. After that, we got another raid by this person that steals our runes, but we got everything back. And I got an achievement for that, so that's 23. But we finally made it back to Dark Drift Knight. So from now on, I'm using Wilder, a really base character. Great sword, uses great swords. It's a really balanced character, and yeah, that's really all. Its passive is can grapple onto stuff, and if you have the right relic, you can use fire. It'll do a fire, which is really, really helpful. Not gonna lie, with these weapons and characters we had, we were making this boss look so easy. I mean, look, we had almost 18,000 straight damage. But here's my ultimate. It's really good. It can stun them really quick, but this boss felt like a piece of cake, bro. Like we just kept killing this dude, like just destroyed him like it was nothing. But after that, they gave me my 24th achievement, I believe, and I think I only have 2 bosses left, and then I finished the game. Well, after that boss, we finally made it to the dragon, Fissure of the Fog. This boss is a dragon, like an ice dragon. It can build up your frost really quick, and you're doing the same amount of damage. And its weakness is fire, but luckily you had the exact weakness for it. But I didn't have like a crazy strong weapon. As you see, like it does a crazy amount of damage. But the boss wasn't that bad. It just flies around. You just gotta run to it. That's the most annoying thing about it. But it wasn't a bad boss in general. Like, you know, it was a pretty easy fight. I'm not gonna lie. But as you can see, the damage was insane. I mean, like it was annoying, so annoying. As you can see, when you get in a weak, you just keep spamming this move like crazy, bro. It was so annoying, but it was a really cool ability. I'm not gonna lie. That was one shot. Come on, mages. Yes. After that, I got an achievement for defeating the Fissure of the Fog, and that makes it 25. After this, we got raided again. I forgot who it was, but it kept taking our levels, I think. I was struggling. I was figuring out what to do, so I just ignored it. While finding like a mini boss, I got the achievement. I think my teammate killed it, so that made me have 26 out of 37 achievements. So that was pretty good. Finally, after a long time, we made it to the final boss. The first phase of this boss is kind of easy, even though I kept getting hit like crazy. This boss, the first phase kind of reminds me of Warrior from Dark Souls 3, how it moves very swift. Like the pacing is really annoying. But we beat the first phase, but I only had 3 flasks left, and my teammate kept dying, so that was pretty bad. It made it to the second phase, but not gonna lie, like this was really annoying. I just kept getting hit. Just kept doing a stupid dash. I was not used to its attacks because how it moved. But like my teammates just kept dying. I kept dying. I didn't even have a good weapon for this character. I had a really bad weapon. His weakness is holy. But as you can see, it didn't even matter because we all died. Now my next room, we got raided by Augur. Not gonna lie, this is probably the easiest boss to get raided by. Pretty easy, but that can be my 27th achievement, which is a pretty easy boss. I mean, it took like 2 seconds. And then we finally made it back to the final boss. I feel like this run was way more easier. I mean, we had such stronger weapons. Yeah, we just knew what to do. I think I had a bleed weapon and I had a holy weapon, which helped a lot. As you can see, we just ran through this boss like freaking what's her name? Bonnie Blue. I mean, yeah, look at him. He just got destroyed. What I realized about this game, you have really OP weapons. I mean, just look at this. This is just crazy. Like we were already got a bunch of his health down. Like our last run, we couldn't even do like that much damage in the first like 3 minutes. But look at this, already a crit. So this helped a lot. And he finally reached his 3rd phase, and I'm not gonna lie, this was so tough. Like this had me my favorite boss. Also, sorry for how choppy it is. I'm not gonna lie, I changed my recording settings, and not gonna lie, it looks kind of terrible. I can't lie, but yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of worried here because when my teammate died, I realized we cannot revive this dude, and my other teammate was pretty weak too, so I knew I had to clutch up here, or we had to restart the whole thing, which probably would have made me really mad. I'm glad my ultimate came in clutch, but we finally killed him. I got 2 achievements, so I finished the game, and now I just gotta finish it up, and I finally reached the ending here. And I'm not going to show the cutscene because I really do not want to spoil for anybody who hasn't played the game. But after the ending, I got an achievement. That's 29 achievements. Now that we finished every boss, I just had to do a clean up, finish. I think I only had 7 more achievements. And after that, I got just buying all the relics or whatever, the bowls. And after I got another achievement for attaining max level, I had very good teammates this round. Another achievement I needed was to discover the secrets of all the craters. And yeah, and this boss, I forgot what they're called, but this was hard at first. But then once you get just have good teammates, it gets super easy. Luckily, I had this really OP weapon. After that, I got another achievement for discovering a secret of the Nakata Shrouded City, however you say it. The next secret I had to learn was the crater, I think, the lava place. So I had to defeat the magma worm from that, and not gonna lie, that was pretty easy because those already spawn a lot. After that, I crafted a legendary weapon, and then I got 2 other achievements: discover all the secrets and the fire lava crater. Which one of the achievements I had to do was defeat 3 different Night Lords in a row. So I just did all the easy ones just to make my life way easier. Then for my second boss, I decided to defeat the night aspect pretty easily. Not gonna lie, it's easy. Might not sound easy, but it was pretty easy. And for my third and final boss was Tricephalos, and I think I should get the achievement soon. I think that should be 35. Let's go. We got the trophy. And finally, I got my last 2 achievements. One of them was to fill my inventory with legendary and epic weapons, and that was my final trophy. And yep, that's the end. That's the end of the video here. I'm not gonna lie, I'll rate this trophy, for me, I'll rate it 5 out of 10, mostly because it was really fun. But the most annoying part was 3 different Night Lords, and I think getting all legendary weapons, because that was really hard to do. And I think it would have been harder if I didn't get lucky with those raids. So yeah, that's the end of the video.